to today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. Why? Because otherwise every day just melds into another, and we are forced to adhere to hollow Hallmark holidays. And there's no point in that. No, today is April 16th, and there's no money to be made off of April 16th. No. Pardon me. Instead, let's give a cheers to Tristan Tzara, who was born on this day in 1896. One of the movers and shakers of the early Dada movement. He was French and Romanian? Could be wrong about that. Poet, and very into the absurdity that was the Dadaist movement, which I would say I've always become a broken record, but sometimes repeating things only makes it that much more believable, true or not. To me, the Dadaists are the original proto-punks, or the original Bromley contingent, let's say, a group of like-minded, alienated oddballs who, in the midst of World War I, which was just wrecking human carnage and waste all throughout Europe, all collected in Switzerland at the Cabaret Voltaire to do live theater and just create noise for noise sake and embrace the absurdity of life. Yeah, so Tristan Tzara was a integral part of such a movement. And then moved on to surrealism later on and really embraced African and oceanic arts. I know that too. Also on this day, 1889. Did I not go in order? I didn't. That was 1896. All right, let's turn back the clock a couple of years. 1889, Charlie Chaplin was born. I'm a big fan of Charlie Chaplin. I'm going to say my favorite film of his... Ooh, this is difficult, actually. I'm going to say it's The Kid. 1920, 1921, something in that ballpark. It is a surrealist masterpiece at points, and at other points, it's just this he's not a clown. Or if he is, he's really touching on, the ingrained human trauma, I guess, of living. Yeah, I mean, it's not, he does tragedy. The same way Lon Chaney Sr. wasn't a horror actor. These are all tragedians? I don't know if that's even a word, but what would be the opposite of comedy? Tragedy? So, tragedians? I don't know, but so good, so good. And there's a autobiography, which I was trying to find to reference, but it's here somewhere. It's an autobiography he wrote in the mid-50s, maybe 60s. It's got to be the 50s, because he's talking about how he felt like the Tramp was this working class, down on his luck, anti-police type character that he created in the teens. And that when he was writing his autobiography in the 50s, he felt like if the Tramp could have existed a half century later, he would have made him into a teddy boy, because he felt like looking at what the teddy boys were doing in the 50s, this was him, or what he wanted it to be, or how he viewed the world, or something like that, you know? I love that, different generations looking at subsequent or previous and connecting their own ways. And hey, that kind of fits with the Dadaists and the Bromley contingent. Anyway, what else? Charlie Chaplin, I know he's embroiled with dramas, especially later on in life. But I'll say the young girl that he married, he wound up married to her for the rest of his life, which was decades and decades. They had kids together, and I don't know. I don't view this as a Woody Allen type situation at all. I think I'm forgetting her name off the top of my head, but I believe he loved her, and they made each other very happy for many decades. And what else does any of us want out of life? What else equals winning? I don't know. The Great Dictator was a film he made that was anti-Nazi at a time where America was not anti-Nazi, or at least not overwhelmingly so, to the point that Hollywood was not prepared to invest any money in the great dictator, so he had to put his home on the market and all of his worldly possessions to make this movie, because he believed in it strongly. And who's laughing now? Nobody. They're all dead. Also, the film Limelight he made, I want to say early 50s or so, is a really bittersweet and personal film that, I mean, what am I trying to say? I don't have a favorite Charlie Chaplin movie. I have a lot of favorite Charlie Chaplin movies. Yeah. What else? 1956, on this day, Chuck Berry recorded Roll Over Beethoven. Is there a better rock and roll record, I ask you? I ask you? I don't know. But here, today, April 16th, enjoy what you got. All sorts of absurdist rock and roll movies, tragedies, laughs, thrills, chills, what have you. Till tomorrow. Cheers.